None. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
A unanimous vote from a Senate committee today signals Idahoans may be in store for another round of tax cuts, this time in the form of property tax relief. All right, let's bring in Abby Davis now, because Abby, this legislature that's in session right now has already made history with their tax cuts so far.
Brian, lawmakers want to cut roughly $453 million through tax relief bills. They've almost achieved that goal, although $100 million for property tax relief is still on the table. Under this bill, the state would send half that amount each year to a property tax fund that would eventually be distributed to Idahoans, saving them money on their final property tax bill. The final amount each homeowner gets depends on a proposed formula that factors in the value of their property. The proposal would send the rest of the money to an existing school facilities fund that helps districts pay off bonds and levies. Co-sponsor Senator Scott Gross says they're trying to lower the burden on taxpayers.
All of this money we have here is the people's money. You'd rather give it back to them than to spend it.
Like Brian mentioned, Republicans and Democrats like this legislation. Representatives sent the bill to the Senate after a unanimous vote on the House floor. Democratic Senator Ron Taylor says members of his party are voting yes because that's what Idahoans want.
The American dream still is alive in Idaho, and this property tax will help that, hopefully, for more people.
Taylor is concerned there may not be enough room in the budget for all these cuts. Lawmakers have proposed more than 4 times the amount Governor Little wanted. He recommended $100 million at the start of the session, the amount of this bill. Taylor says lawmakers will have to go back to the drawing board if they want a balanced budget, but he thinks it's possible, as does Senator Grow, who said, quote, they'll make room for the cuts. Brian, the full Senate will now take up the bill.
Yeah, Governor Little didn't seem to bat an eye at that $253 million bill that was put in front of him last week, but I'm hearing talk this could drag on the legislative session because figuring out how to balance his budget might be a little tougher than they think.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Abby.